Oh, this is Louise's Imaginarium.
Oh, Louise, what have you thought of this time? It's Louise's Imaginarium.
They might exist. Combination earplug earphones. So, if, say you've got noisy flatmates or you live by a main road and you want to get some sleep, but you don't want to miss your alarm in the morning. So they simultaneously block out exterior noise, but they can still play your alarm to you in the morning.
That's a very, very good idea, because that's the only reason I don't wear them on living on White Ladies Road. It's just because I don't want to miss my alarm. It means horrible sleep, though. So that's incredible. I'd invest.
Yeah, I'd like that. It's a very good idea.
I'd probably whack up a prototype.
Although, how would it work, though? Because don't earplugs go in your ear?
Yeah, and earphones go in your ear.
So it's just got like a speaker in it that makes
You
an
just,
alarm.
I could make you, I'll just give me some Play-Doh and some earphones. I could,
Why not just make earplugs that have speakers in them? They themselves are an alarm.
Yeah, but is it possible for that to
It's
work?
possible. You should patent that.
Yeah, how do I go?
They could run off watch batteries. They'd last forever.
I like how you're
This
actually
has
really
actually gone
into it.
further than any other idea.
Yeah.
I
Seriously.
like this.
Because it's only going to need to work for a few seconds every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't use it for music. So
Yeah. So
there
what
we
would
go.
you have it connected to? I mean, would it
no,
just
it
have a
wouldn't. It
little
would just be
built-in?
itself. It'd have a little clock.
Do you get a
built in.
choice in alarm then? Or
Yeah,
just-
sure. Why not? Yeah. If it has a very small internal flash memory, you could put any song you like on there and have that as your alarm.
I think what we need is that, when people talk too long at Oscar ceremonies, etc., they play the music louder
And then I have to
louder
stop.
until the person leaves. I think we should get that for John. Yeah, just talk
Just
again.
okay. So we'll try it out now, shall
John,
we?
tell me about further improvements you could
Just
make.
because
to
I'm
it.
really excited about the whole thing, I figured, why not keep going? Because actually, it could work really well. We're on to something, lads. I'll call Chris. He'll fix one up for us.
Thanks, John.
He could,
It's
but
alright.
he'd probably put in some features that we found unnecessary.
Yeah, probably. Well, that's for him to decide.
Instant Skype connection.
Yeah. So what we have in fact got is headphones at the end of it. We invest so much we just have headphones.
Yeah.
Well, now it's your song, Louise.
Yay!
So
Did
do
you
wanna
find
introduce
the
it?
radio
I did find the clean
edit?
version
Thank
without
you.
swearing. So you go for it. Introduce it.
This is Thank You by Busta Rhymes featuring Q-Tip, Kanye, and who else is in it?
That.
And Lil Wayne. There we go.
There we go.
Cool.
Cry
Turn it
Out
up.
3 laying down some tracks live on Burst Radio.
That was Thank You by Busta Rhymes featuring Q-Tip, Lil Wayne, and Kanye West.
Now I want to talk to you about this song, Louise.
Yeah.
Because it fascinates me. In particular,
Yeah.
well, at first up, there's this bit which actually we talked over at the start where the guy doesn't appear to know what he's talking about.
Welcome to the bank, where you deposit young money and you get cash money.
Cash money, what's that?
Cash money. Oh, see, you're not down with the kids.
But then in
you don't know about
particular-
Young Money and Cash Money.
No, clearly not.
No.
And then it's this bit in particular, John. I don't know if you noticed this, but this is just gibberish.
Yeah, we push sometime a man forget cough, beat him in the head, boopity bop, zippity boof, beat him in the head again, stop killing me, wolf, whop, beat him till he drop, piggedy poof.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what that is, what that means, but I particularly like. Oh no, wait.
Piggedy poof.
Piggedy Poof.
Piggedy
It's like
Poof,
a new
Piggedy Poof.
Pokemon.
Piggedy
looks-
Puff. I think he describes 3 Pokemon in this little section.
Boopity bop, zippity boof,
And
piggedy poof.
I can tell you now that is 2 Pokemon
Yeah.
off the top of my head. Yeah,
I think they're the evolutions of Jigglypuff, aren't
they
they?
are.
Yeah.
It goes Jigglypuff, Igglypuff, and
And
then Piggedy Puff.
Piggedy poof.
Piggedy, even isn't that just a sort of hybrid of Biggie Smalls, rest in peace, and and
So my
Jigglypuff.
home is out there, boys.
Peace be upon him.
Cuts deep.
Yeah.
Cuts deep, Louise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just a bizarre song. The rest of it's actually quite thing. I don't know. He's
It's
just sort of-
annoyingly catchy, and I really like.
Definitely couldn't do it live, especially as everyone would start laughing as soon as he said.
Piggedy poof.
This is Burst Radio.
burstradio.org.uk.
It's time for Loose Boyfriends.
That's right. Hi there.
Welcome.
Welcome to the latest edition of Loose Boyfriends, the feature where you learn the hidden secrets about ladies that we love, that will make you have the perfect relationship with the beautiful and lovely, but sometimes tricky opposite sex.
We've been around the block a few times, picked up a couple of women, literally a couple, and we wanted to pass on our wisdom so that you guys out there can be as happy
we are today. Now today's topic has been asked by Gareth, who says, "Dear loose boyfriends, I think of myself as an attractive man. I'm 6'7" and 8 stone, but the ladies just don't seem interested. How do I pull the lovely ladies I desire?"
Well, that's a tricky one. But we have a fail-safe 2-point plan that will get you with your partner before you can say boom, dog. John, I believe you're taking part 1. The chase.
That's right, Whitty, I am. So, I'm just going to cut to the chase here. Courting a woman. Many men have told me, "John, you're tremendously successful with the lady, despite only being 5'6". They ask, is it your dazzling looks, charming personality, cutting wit, seductive voice, philosophical brain, or just your disproportionate Goliath of a sausage? Well, the answer may shock you. It's none of these things. The truth is, women, well, they're just like snakes. That is to say that any Tom, Dick, or Sandra can charm a woman if they want. You just need to have the moves, the skill, and lots of practice. You think I've always been this much of a player? Think again. Let's start simple. Meeting women. I find the best place to meet a woman is in strip clubs. However, I'm fully aware most of our listeners won't be old enough or handsome enough to pull off going to one of those. So, for beginners, I'd recommend starting in a classy establishment such as your local Wetherspoons or Chippy. One of my friends assures me he once had a success with a lady at the fine restaurant Hunger Hatch after a night out, so I'll use this as an example. Now that you've gone to an area with women, i.e. not your bedroom, you need to move on to step 2, approaching a woman. Now I understand for many of you this may be difficult. It certainly was for me the first time I had to abort halfway through after I realised I'd soiled myself. It helps to be confident. Pout, breathe in a deep, sexy breath, and suck in any paunch you probably have. Make eye contact with her. Women love eye contact. Give her a look that can only mean one thing. I'm eligible and probably fertile, and I want you. If you're unfortunate enough to look like a serial killer, throw in a bit of, "but I won't kill you, I promise," eyebrow action. Now, strut over, swinging your hips like Beyonce, because that's a major turn on unassured. Do not blink. Women hate it when a man breaks eye contact or blinks. It's interpreted as a sign of weakness. So imagine you're staring down a bear. This is the take-home message here, really. Open with exactly this. "I'm single. I don't live with my mum. Are you?" Some men use chat-up lines, but I find they only confuse women, making them scared. And if you mess up the delivery, you end up looking like real special. This is the hard part over. From here on in, just from this she'll be putty in your hands. Conversation will flow as long as you remember to talk about the following. Yourself, lots. Your mum, how many kids you want and how soon. How you're looking for a wife. And most importantly, that time you punched a child for calling you fat. Do this regardless of if it's true or not, as it will show how you are a no-nonsense hard man who could stand up for her in a fight. And women love that. The rest? Well, that's up to you. And remember, talking to a woman is easy. It's like baking a cake. You know you screwed up if the conversation goes flat.
Thanks for that, John. I think that's simply golden stuff. Would you allow me to tell you how you can make your night even better?
Well, absolutely, Adam. I've laid the foundations, and now it's up to you to build the house. Give us part 2. Sealing the deal.
So, it seems the cat has consensually climbed into the bag. You have had a wonderful evening, and have charmed a lovely lady with your soft, pungent aroma. Taste and drinks, and witty, intelligent conversation. No pun intended, you must say.
I did wonder.
What is next is key. If the cork of a semi-expensive imitation champagne is not the only thing you want popping, you need to follow these foolproof tips. After you leave the drinking parlour or public house, offer to walk your lady home. That way, she'll be safe in the knowledge that you're a kind, strong man who would not want to see any harm done to her. On the way home, strike up a conversation about her music tastes or the internal decor and carpet stylings of her home. She will then know that you are interested in her, and she will want to show off her pure Persian rugs and Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen style wallpaper. When you arrive at her door, do your best puppy dog eyes, pout, and maybe cry a little bit. The ladies love desperation.
Oh yeah.
When you are asked in, go to the toilet and ask for a non-generic tea flavour, such as chamomile or red berry. before heading to the lavatory. In there, unclothe your upper-level robes and hang it on the door to avoid creasing. Glide back down to the stairs to meet her. When you return to the living room, sip on your flavoured warm beverage and discuss recent political and economic topics, interspersed with music and cultural references. When the time is right, she will make it clear she is ready for coitus by saying the immortal lines, "Would you and your tea like to come upstairs?" Then, my friends, you are on to a winner.
Wow. I appear to be getting a little hot in here. And that's not just because we're next to a swimming pool.
Fail safe, my friend. Fail safe.
Well, that's all we've got time for, I'm afraid, gentlemen. As stipulated by a court order. But we'll be back next week with some more loose boyfriends.
Remember, if you have a lady problem and can think of no one else to solve it, tweet us, Beast Encyclopedia us, or write us an old-fashioned letter to some P.O. box somewhere.
Good night, Britain.
Good night, ladies. To this.
Right.
Yay!
So wait, what's this Christmas week?
And this week I'm the host. Which
You
is
are?
exciting.
How long did it take you, John?
Absolutely ages. I've literally spent about 6 hours doing radio stuff this week and none doing work for work. So that's worked out really well.
Well, that's really
John Swartwood, future doctor, coming soon to a hospital near you.
On the plus side, I'm quite competent. So
It's fine, I don't even need to work.
I love
man.
anaesthetics, so it just goes in. That's cool.
It's Whitty versus Sallows with host John Smallwood on the Weight Watchers Quiz of the Week.
Piggedy Poof.
So who wants to go first?
Piggedy Poof wants to go. Can that be my name?
Piggedy Poof?
Piggedy Poof.
Piggedy Poof wants to go first.
Okay,
Is Diggity Woof okay with that?
Yeah, Diggity Woof is
Diggity
okay
Woof's
with
okay with that. Piggedy Poof. So Piggedy Poof, question 1.
Piggedy Poof.
Christopher William Lord has been jailed for 12 months this week, 3 years after being a little too mean to his friend. But what atrocity did this man commit? Did he A. Persuade a tattoo artist to draw a 40cm penis and vulgar caption on his mate's back instead of the intended tattoo? B. Jokingly spike his friend's drink with a substantial amount of ketamine at said friend's own wedding, ultimately resulting in a honeymoon in the intensive care unit? Or C. Kidnap his friend as revenge for a similar prank at uni, but ultimately take it too far by failing to tell his relatives and keeping him locked in the cellar for 3 days before revealing his plan, resulting in police involvement?
This is tricky. I'm gonna go. Was it A?
The tattoo?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah!
Mr. Lord had already gone to great lengths to persuade his, and I'm quoting the article, significantly disabled friend to get a tattoo when the incident occurred. So, 2, diggity do, or whatever, dog, diggity dog.
Shall I
Diggity
go?
dog, Snoop.
I'll go first.
Boopity bop, zippity boof.
There we go,
Zippity
that's
boof.
you. So, bibbidi fibbidi bab diggity boof. 2, New Zealand Prime Minister John Key this week fell victim to the strangest of freedom of information requests. But which of the following is responsible for his public statement? A. A request for any evidence to disprove the theory that Mr. John Key is in fact a David Icke shape-shifting reptilian alien ushering humanity towards enslavement. B. A poorly worded, I've heard from a reliable source that Mr. Key was in fact born a woman and therefore wish him to prove that he is and has always been a man. Or C. Proof that he wasn't a drug dealer at university.
C.
C. Proof that he wasn't a drug dealer at university. Well, no, I'm afraid the answer is A. And in fact, C I came up with on the spot because I actually forgot to do a third question. So I'm glad that went down, right? So anyway, the answer is, indeed, Prime Minister Key had to address the sensitive issue of him being a shape-shifted alien by calling a press conference to set the record straight. So further proof that Australia is just generally a much more interesting country than the UK. Right, so 3. Louise, you're up 1 point.
You say it's from
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Did I say New Zealand? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's offensive.
Right,
They're
1
not-
point off
they're not
a
the
future
same.
quiz for
They're
you.
not the same country, aren't they? That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail. Anyway, 3. A couple
Piggedy
of...
Poof.
No, Piggedy Poof.
Yeah.
A couple from Bradford, known only as Wendy and Ryan, this week had their wedding celebrations ruined by some insensitive behaviour. But what was it that brought the festivities to a premature end? A. The inebriated best man revealed he'd slept with the bride during the first year of the wedding couple's relationship, even going so far as she had to say she had great tits, but didn't have time to explain he was joking before being spectacularly KO'd by the furious groom. B. 3 of the wedding guests became overly attached to the only remaining pork pie, and after peaceful negotiations broke down, harsh words were exchanged, followed by an old-fashioned punch-up. When everyone failed to see reason, a police dog unit was called to end the mini-riot. Or C. The significantly disabled groom with a 40cm penis tattooed on his back had his drink spiked with ketamine by his best friend and ended up spending the first few days of his honeymoon in intensive care.
Can I just confirm, where did you say this happened? Did you say where it happened?
Bradford. Couple from Bradford.
Whereabouts is Bradford?
I don't know.
I feel like the
Yorkshire.
context would help me.
Bradford.
Okay,
Yorkshire.
I'm going to say they're arguing over the pork pies then.
That is correct.
Yeah!
So that's 2 points to you.
Northerners
Yes.
love pies.
What started as a peaceful wedding celebration ended in bedlam after 3 insensitive guests decided to go all North Korea over the only remaining pork pie. 4. Whitty. Or...
Boop-a-dee-dee bop, zippity-boof.
Thank you. 47-year-old Californian Victor Janisky was arrested this week, but what silly thing did he do to end up behind bars? A. Filing several false reports in one evening stating that a nearby house was on fire, there were intruders in his home, that he was holding 2 women hostage, and that a man had been shot. B. Having a marijuana garden growing inside his home. Or C. Both.
Both.
Yes, it's both. In the last call, the police searched his house and uncovered a marijuana garden. He was arrested for cultivating marijuana and filing false reports.
Well, that was the big fan quiz.
And the
no,
winner-
it wasn't. It was the Weight Watchers quiz of the week.
And the winner was...
You were the winner, weren't you?
No, but who was the winner?
Who was the winner?
Piggedy Poof, Piggedy Poof, Piggedy Poof.
That was the winner.
Yeah.
There we go.
Piggedy Poof strikes back.